right, Scott. Are we live and streaming?
We are live and streaming.
All
So
right.
you're driving somewhere, Jay. Where are you going?
I'm actually going to my real estate attorney's office right now. Um, and I've got an exciting story to tell about this deal that I'm closing on like within 10 minutes from right now. Um, but since we just went live, I want to give a couple of minutes for people to actually be joining in and coming on with us. So, do we have any viewers or attendees yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Well,
And
tell me when the first comes in.
oh,
Uh,
someone's here.
oh, we already got someone in. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. So as you all are coming in, I'd love to know where everybody's tuning in from. So in the chat box, y'all put your name, say hello, and let us know what city and state that you're coming in from or tuning in from. So as y'all are coming in, what I'm doing is I'm driving right now to my real estate attorney's office to close on this deal. And I've got some exciting news to share with everybody about what went on with this deal. And I got some lessons here to remind everybody about. Um, so before I tell everybody the story on this deal that I'm getting ready to close on here in just a few minutes, Scott, tell everybody where you are and what's going on down there.
I'm in Medellin, Colombia, and they're about to lock everything down here. I don't believe there are any flights out of the country anymore. And the hotel I'm in actually said to me this morning that they are closing, and I'm going to be moved to one of their brother or sister hotels, and I'll be staying there. So I'm fortunate not to be out on the street. Um, and yeah, it's really interesting being a foreigner in another country when the whole world is uh, collapsing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
I
pretty
tell you what,
interesting.
I got a word of encouragement about that. And have we got some more viewers that have
You
come
know, we're up
in?
to 8.
Oh, wow. And we're climbing.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all are coming in, what I'm doing here, folks, is I am driving to my real estate attorney's office and I'm about ready to close on this deal. And I got just an exciting story to tell you all about this deal. Um, the profit on this deal, I'll go ahead and give you all a little teaser. The profit on this deal is right at $80,000.
Wow.
As I tell you all the story about it, there's some lessons learned here everybody's going to want to pick up on. But before I start the story, and I'm only about 7, 8 minutes now away from my real estate attorney's office. In fact, if things work out, I'll just bring my real estate attorney in the conference room on here and let everybody see who my real estate attorney is. I've been using this firm since 2003. But anyway, yeah, word of encouragement for everybody before I tell you all the story about this deal. And that is in the midst of chaos and in the midst of uncertainty, um, in the Bible, in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, the phrase, be not afraid or fear not, is listed or said 365 times. That's
Wow.
one time in the Bible in different places for every day of the year. So I say the same thing. Be not afraid.
Yeah.
Everything works together for good for those that love the Lord, and everything's going to work out. We don't know how long this thing is going to last, but stay focused. And as relates to, and look, stay in your business, stay on your business. This deal that I'm closing on here in just a minute, I reached out to one of my private lenders that's got $500,000 in cash sitting on the sidelines that he told me about just a few weeks ago. So I want to get his money to work, as quick as I can. And so I texted him day before yesterday on Monday and told him that had a deal ready to go, wire $200,000 to my real estate attorney's trust account. And I must admit, it was sort of running in the back of my head. Is my private lender going to be fear mode, sit on his cash in the midst of this coronavirus thing, or is he going to want to move forward? Well, he came right back and immediately confirmed that he was wiring the funds. And so then I asked him, I said, I said, well, you got $300,000 left. Do you want me to move forward on deploying that $300,000? And he said, absolutely. I'm sure not going to put it in the stock market today.
That's true.
You know, so from that little story there, Scott, or that piece of the story, what's your takeaway from that?
When you have someone that you have a lot of faith in, don't don't have no faith in them when the world is crashing around you. Would be like number one, and number two is when you have a goal, you keep your, which in his case is investing with you. Keep your eye on the goal, despite what may be going around that is distracting, shall we say?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So have we got a few more in the room now before I start this story?
Yeah, we're up to about 12 now.
Okay. 12 and climbing. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start and tell you all the story behind this deal. So this house that I'm closing on and purchasing, first of all, I want you all to know, well, first I'll go ahead and give you the numbers. So the after repaired value is knocking on close to $250,000. I'm buying the house here today for $120,000, and I have got $200,000 being wired in. And the rehab on it is only $22,000. Now I got the 20,
Nice.
yeah, I got the 22,000. So if you take 250 less 22, call it 25. That brings it down to 225, and then I'm paying 120. So round figures, that's 100,000. But then by the time I've got carrying costs and I pay realtors fees on selling and etc., then worst case that should drop it down to about $80,000.
Nice.
So those are the numbers. Now let me tell you first of all where this deal came from and the first lesson learned. Well, by the way, the first lesson learned that I already told in the story was don't make decisions for other people.
Yes, that's right.
So, you know, I did not make the decision for my private lender that he did not want to move forward in the midst of coronavirus chaos,
Yeah.
right? So I moved forward. I didn't let fear keep me from moving forward and pulling the trigger. So I reached out to my private lender, assuming he wanted to move forward, and he did. That's the first lesson. So the next lesson is and so another lesson that goes with that is I could not be closing on this deal unless I had private money lined up ready to go.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you get into a bank now? Have they closed them down yet?
Our banks are open, but I mean, I don't know if they're lending money. I don't know.
And they're certainly not lending it to you today.
Hey, thank goodness I don't need to know. You know, in this
That's right.
world of private money, I don't need to know. So let me tell y'all where this deal came from, how we generated the lead. So this lead, and by the way, Scott, this is called the Cedar Street House in Beaufort. Cedar Street, like a cedar tree, CEDAR.
Okay.
Cedar Street House in Beaufort. And so the marketing that brought this lead in was my probate letter. Okay.
Okay.
So we mailed the probate letter out, but now here's another really, really important lesson. They did not respond to the letter right away. In fact, they did not. This letter was mailed to them over 6 months ago.
Wow.
So a big lesson right there is, particularly in the world of probate, they hang on to those letters. And, you know, we start mailing my probate letter out like immediately, like within a week to 2 weeks after the deceased has passed away. So I mail that same probate letter. And by the way, it's very soft. Do not mail a yellow letter to probates. This is a very soft. We acknowledge right up front. We offer condolences. And we say, we know you may not be interested in, liquidating the property right now, but hang on to our letter. And we mentioned a few benefits as to doing business with us versus perhaps listing the property with a, in the multiple listing service. So anyway, first lesson, they didn't respond for over 6 months. Now I do mail the same probate letter out every 90 days until we get a response. So that's the first lesson. The probate, don't look for the fruit to materialize on the tree overnight.
Yeah, I was thinking that this is the old sow and ye shall reap, where, and when you think of the seasons of the year, and you sow in the spring and you reap in the fall, it's not everything that you do is going to be giving you instantaneous results, but by consistent results over time, consistent actions over time, you're going to get some interesting results.
Exactly. So that's the first lesson. Be planting seeds all the time. I just pulled up, actually, right here to my real estate attorney's office, Beswick, Goins, Wickheiser, and Meeks, and I'll get out here in just a second. But next lesson, and this is probably what I'm getting ready to say right now. This is probably the most important lesson out of this whole deal, and that is, you never know. This comes back to not making decisions for other people, because people make their own decisions for their own reasons and not my reasons.
Right.
So you never know what a seller of a property is going to accept until you make the offer.
Yeah.
Scott, I never bought a house that I didn't make an offer on. And so here's the deal. This house, interestingly enough, was also in the multiple listing service.
Oh, okay.
For quite a few months. We didn't know that until they responded to the letter. And it was in the multiple listing service for $230,000.
Wow.
Now, bear in mind, I bought it for $120,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when they first reached out to us, oh, by the way, this property has 9 heirs.
Wow. So 9 people had to agree.
All 9 had to agree, and the spouses had to agree.
Right, of course.
Because in Carolina, it takes 1 to buy and all parties to sell. So,
and nobody's going to say yes if they know that their spouse is going to come down on them afterwards.
Right. So here's the deal. All 9 heirs had to agree, and the spouses had to agree. So right now, it's 8 minutes to 12 noon. I'm going in here and sign the buyer's documents, my documents. But at 1 o'clock, half of them are coming in, which is about 10 of them. And at 2 o'clock, the other half are coming in, and they're all showing their driver's license and their IDs and walking around the conference table, and all of them are signing. Of course, closing costs on the deal are more than most closing costs. So anyway, back to the story. So when we first, when my acquisitionist was talking to them, they said the least they would take was $210,000, $210,000. And so I had my crew leader and my realtor go look. I haven't even seen this house. That's another lesson here. You don't have to go look at these properties yourself. You've got a good team and good eyes and people that know what they're doing. And this house is only like 8 minutes from my attorney's office right here, but I've been traveling. I've been out of town, and I haven't even seen it. So anyway, I just got a text from my attorney, Julie. She says, I've got a meeting in 7 minutes. You better get in here and sign these documents. So anyway, so to finish the story, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to keep this thing going.
Yeah, you better get walking in there, Jay.
Yeah. So I'll walk and talk. So here's the deal. We made the offer of $120,000, and they accepted it. But why? We have to justify the offer.
Yeah.
We have to justify the offer. We told the people, we give them the math, we give them the formula as to how we came up with the offer. We actually show them the Mayo formula, which stands for the maximum allowable offer. And so you can't just make an offer without, justifying what's going on. And so we did that, and they accepted it, and now we're closing it today. So, oh, well, looky there. There's Robin, and there's Andrea. Hey, y'all are looking at about 1,000 people right now on YouTube and Facebook. So, hey, Robin, would you tell Julie I'm here? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. She just texted me and she said I better get in here and sign these documents because she's got a meeting in 5 minutes.
That's right.
Huh? And I get the small conference room today, folks. All right, here we go. We're gonna sign these documents. I don't need my sunglasses on, do I, Scott? Let me take that stuff off. All right. All right, folks. I'm gonna introduce y'all to my real estate attorney, and then we're gonna sign off so I can sign. Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. Okay, here we go. We're coming around here. Y'all gonna meet Julie here in a second. Oh, there comes Julie. Julie, say hey to 10,000 people on StreamYard. Wait a minute. Where are you? Where are you, Julie? There's Julie. Y'all, this is Julie Wickheiser.
Hi.
She's the one that makes the magic happen, and she's got 24 people coming in at 1 o'clock to sign on these documents, right? All right. So, hey, I'm going to sign, folks. Hey, Scott, I'm going to sign off so I can sign these documents.
All right, Jake. Thanks. And I can't say good luck because you're closing, so that's awesome. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, Scott. Thanks so much. And, hey, we should write an article from this post, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
it's a lot of great information.
And for all of y'all who tuned in, thanks for joining in, and we'll catch you soon on another StreamYard. And look, stay focused. 365 times in the Bible, be not afraid. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.
That's right.